Hi guys, Greg at Best Choice Trailers. Today we're going to take a walk around the Neo 7x12 NAMR. This is a round top unit with plus 6 inches of height. Also has aluminum wheel upgrade, and inside we'll show you it's got finished walls. Let's take a walk around this unit. The M in the NAMR, I believe, is going to be for motorcycle. I've never asked, but that would make sense because it's set up for bikes, and we'll show you inside, but also UTVs, golf carts, etc. But up front, it's got a 2-inch coupler. As it's a single axle. You'll notice it is a zinc coated coupler, also a zinc coated A-frame jack. Of course, you've got your safety chains. Now, being that this is a trailer without brakes, it's going to have a 4 flat plug. If your truck does have a 7 round, we do have an adapter. It'll adapt from a 7 on your truck side to the 4 on the trailer if needed. You'll notice it is a tri-frame or an integrated frame up front, and also you'll notice that instead of a stacked tongue and frame, traditionally the tongue would go underneath the trailer. It's integrated. It's a lot more work. Not many manufacturers do it. To the best of my knowledge, Neo is the first I'm aware of, but there have been a few in the last year or two that I've seen do it, but the majority still do a traditional. Integrated frame's a lot more work. It's a lot more cuts, a lot of precise angles, but Neo uses a lot of automation to make that happen. What you'll find is it's a better frame style. Certainly a lot more work, but it's also a lot cleaner. If you look back this side, instead of there being a piece of like 1-inch trim, the frame is the trim, so to speak, and then you've got a little piece of J that finishes everything out. A lot of little detail, a lot of style points I give Neo for some of the stuff they do. If you look at this stone guard, just a different look than what you're used to with a straight stone guard. Also, you'll notice this is a round top V-nose, which is fairly yeah, some do it, but not many in the industry. And it's also got a slant nose, which just adds more complication. Sometimes I think Neo does some of this stuff just to see what they can do and maybe what others can't mimic. One of the things that allows them to do stuff like this, most all this fabrication is all done in-house. It's not subbed out, so they're only limited by what they can dream up. Also notice the Neo emblem on the nose. If you look down the side, you'll notice that's all one piece of 080 cove. It's not seamed together. It's not an 030. It's an 080 one-piece cove. Then you've also got side flow-through vents. So your intake's on the front driver's side, and then your outtake in the back passenger side. If it looks a little bit cleaner down the sides, that's because this is a screwless exterior. It's an 030 thickness aluminum. On the front, roughly half of the trailer is black. On the rear is going to be charcoal. Charcoal is kind of a darker gray, darker silver type color. So this is a 12-foot trailer, just to be clear. That's going to be from the squared off box measurement. On these NAMRs, Neo does do an extended nose. That nose is going to be, I believe, just a touch over 3 foot. So you end up down the center, you're going to be close to 15 on this particular unit. Got the Jeep style fenders with the fender mount light, and you've got the aluminum wheels. Now, aluminum wheels are technically an upgrade, although we pretty much sell all of our Neos with aluminum. We pick one of our handful of wheel styles out that we carry in stock and put on. I thought this one went well on this. So it's a, on this particular unit, it's got a thoroughbred style wheel with the charcoal inlay. It's a 205/75 R15, load range C, 6-ply radial tire. Again, being a single axle, this does not have brakes, not required in Pennsylvania in most states. Rear stabilizer jacks are standard equipment. Neo makes their own in-house. Again, just a neat style. If you've seen the swivel style that most use, this is just a lot nicer. Pull it down, set your pin. Notice that's made out of 2x2 tube aluminum. We can actually sell these as a part as well. You can add them to other trailers. Just adds on to that rear corner post. Call them Pro Stab jacks. A lot stronger than your swivel style that go up underneath because you got the hinge point. These have no hinge point. They're also just made a lot more substantial. Clear lens, thin strip LED lights. So one thing different, I'll show you, Neo uses tube corner posts. Generally in aluminum, you're going to use tube versus your steel counterpart's going to be formed. Gives you a little more opening on these because your corner posts don't have to be quite as wide. Also, your hinging, you got 3 hinges. One detail I really like on these are a neoprene hinge. They don't require service, maintenance, etc. Little detail, but certainly If you're the guy that needs to use it and service it, nice detail nonetheless. License plate light up top, your mount. Aluminum grab handle. There is no plastic really on the exterior. Normally you'd see a plastic holdback and handle. These are all aluminum. Also, this is a stainless latch. They call this an NXP latch. I like these. I like them. The ladies also like them a lot because they're a lot easier to operate than a bar lock. You can do it a couple ways. You can push it with your thumb. Also, you can put a lock through to secure it. I just use my palm. They just open right up. I've just been using these for quite a while. So one thing I want to show you while we have this door up would be what they call their Pro Flap. You'll notice that there is no butterfly style piano hinge. This is all a outside hinge. Nice clean design. They also adjust their doors so that they come down a little bit easier than some. This has your grip tread runners going up the door. Give you good traction, also give it a nice look. On the floor, you've got your integrated sport tie-down system. So it's a pretty neat setup. One, it runs perpendicular to trailer, which means each one of those is lagged straight into a 2x3 tube floor cross member. I'll show you that in a second. There's 3 lags in each one. I'll give you a pair of wheel chocks if you want to put bikes in. Some guys also have their own upgraded chocks. Standard, they give you a bag. There's, I believe, single axle, you're going to get 4 tie-downs. Maybe 6 tandems, I believe you get 8. So this is a plus 6-inch height on these, or I'm sorry, actually standard these are 6 foot. This is plus 12-inch height on these. 7 foot inside, ideal for a UTV, golf cart, certainly ATVs, bikes. Can pretty much almost all your motorized stuff through these. Now normally you got a 6-inch rear door header on aluminum. It's going to be a little bit less because typically your corner posts and headers are going to be tube. Tube headers are normally 4 inches. So again, this is a 4-inch tube corner. Normally you lose about 14 inches on a steel trailer. On aluminum you're going to lose about a foot. So on a 7-foot wide trailer, cable to cable, you're going to net about 6 foot. On the opening for the rear door, just because it's 7-foot height doesn't mean it's 7-foot opening. This you'd have to check our website or Neo's site. I believe you're going to get about 6'7", 6'8" through the door. Should fit most all the UTVs. Another thing you'll notice, plywood floors, you don't always see that. In fact, most are going to use an engineered wood, normally an Advantech or a Drymax on the floor. Neo's kind of old school. It's getting kind of hard to find plywood. It's also getting kind of pricey. But plywood or pressure treated if it's a sled trailer, a water-based trailer. Something that would haul snow in that. They use marine in those. So again, all plywood. We do upgrade the walls to the finished. Standard would just be a 12-inch runner at the floor. Just gives it a little bit cleaner look. Also notice the cove is matching white. Also dome light standard tied to a wall-mounted switch. Doors on these are all the RV style doors. They give it a white finish to match the interior. It's a it's a solid door. It's not the Lawan faced hollows. 2 keys, deadbolt, the paddle lock. You can lock it from the inside or the outside. There's the inside of your side flow through vent. The round top V-nose slant nose, pretty complicated. It's actually pretty cool to see the jig these are built on. Give you an idea how it's done. This trailer in aluminum is going to weigh about 1,100. In a comparable steel, you're going to be about 1,450. Normally aluminum, you're going to save about 30% on your weight. 1,100 is an important number because even though it's got a 3,500 pound axle, most everybody rates these at 2,990. Means you're going to get about 1,900 pounds of legal payload. Also going to get about 15% or 400 or so pounds of tongue weight. It's going to allow you to haul most all of your UTVs on this. This is available in different colors. Again, shown here is your black front, charcoal rear. The two-tone on this is standard equipment. There are other two-tones available at a cost, but again, just gives it a nice look. Do carry this in tandem axles as well. This 7x12, again, ideal for motorsports, all kinds of UTVs, ATVs, pretty much all that. We do stock tandem axles starting at 14 foot, occasionally bring a 12 footer in these as well, but mainly 14s, 16s and tandems, and the 7x12s and singles. If you have any questions on this or any of our other trailers, feel free to give us a ring at 717-220-4220, or you can visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com.